Scott Pruitt was confirmed as the U.S. Environmental Protection Administrator, President Trump nominee for that position. Scott Pruitt led the fight against the Environmental Protection Agency's Clean Power Plan, the Obama administration's attempt to limit greenhouse gases. Those actions to limit greenhouse gases were in response to Supreme Court rulings that CO2 was a pollutant. So we need to move ahead with policies of some sort. Both Scott Pruitt and President Trump have expressed extreme skepticism that climate change is a real threat, or claiming that it's a complete hoax. That just doesn't hold up. The science on climate change is unassailable. It's a major risk for the economy and the world. Corporate America is already recognizing this broadly, dealing with the threat of climate change, whether that's vulnerability of coastal assets due to extreme storms, the possibility that power lines may be threatened by those same storms, the chance of floods and droughts, where agriculture is located, and where plants that process food need to be in order to kind of move with agriculture. So those are all things corporate America are planning and thinking about now. They also are thinking about how we innovate for a clean economy. A lot of firms in the United States are leaders or could be leaders in this effort to develop low-carbon technologies for the future. The U.S. is an incredibly innovative place with innovative companies and a system of R&D that is able to develop these new technologies the world will need. So that's being well prepared for the future. Other countries are moving ahead in this and not looking backward on this. China has is developing a big industry on wind power, on solar photovoltaics, on nuclear, and they're prepared to export these technologies to the rest of the world if the U.S. doesn't. So why will looking ahead by U.S. corporations be an advantage to them? Well, they can export these low-carbon technologies to the rest of the world, and they need to be prepared for the environmental threat. If you're not well prepared, then disruption to your supply chain, destruction of your infrastructure from extreme events will set you back. So we need to look forward, not look backward. If we don't move ahead with climate change under the Trump administration, the next 4 or 8 years are just a small bump in the road to where we ultimately need to go, and that is a low-carbon economy. So the U.S. Companies will be advantaged by the U.S. taking a lead in this rather than falling behind.